Good evening from InvestSharp.com. It is Sunday, March 28th, and this is Randy Smotone with your weekly watch list. As always, I would wait, especially on Monday morning, or as far as any morning, as far as that goes. Give the markets 30 minutes to an hour to kind of show its hand, see if it looks like it's bearish, bullish, we're going to go sideways, what we're going to do before you start jumping into trades. So first off, we'll look at a few ascending triangles. This MDC, it had a ascending triangle right here. It broke out already, lots of volume, and then it looks like it's got kind of a symmetrical triangle setting up here. But here was ascending, it's already broke out, now it's just kind of setting here. So keep your eye on MDC. MTL is the next one. So MTL, another ascending triangle. We had a breakout, and of course, towards the end of the week, I mean, the market just kind of sitting there. So it's like, that's what a lot of stocks are. So it did break out here, but now it's just kind of sitting here consolidating. So I would wait for it to get over Friday's high, which is 28.35, and have some volume possibly go higher. But it's looking pretty good. Northern Oil and Gas, another ascending triangle, nice breakout with volume Friday and closed like at the high. That is very bullish. It should definitely get some higher prices out of this one. Then here's some symmetrical triangles. Some of them already broke out. Actually, the first few I have are actually breakdowns just for some bearish ideas if you're looking for some. First one is Jeffries. Jeffries looked like it had a kind of a symmetrical here. Then it broke down with a lot of volume here, but it does have support at 24, so you could go short on it if it breaks below the 24 with volume, because it could be setting up for a descending triangle and actually come back up here, which you could short up here, and then as it comes down again. So I don't know how long it's going to take it, but if it breaks the 24, you could go short on it. Another breakdown idea is IOC, massive volume. They were selling the heck out of this thing Friday, so you might give it some time. Preferably if you could short it when it gets back up near this, closer to the 65 area would be the ideal. It'd be low risk entry point. And next is Seed. Nice triangle here, so wait for a breakdown or a breakout above these trend lines. Manpower, this is a very longer term triangle that it's been playing out. So obviously it's got resistance up here, so you need to wait for it to break out above this trend line to go long on it. And here short, or you could go, take your chances and kind of a low risk, go short here, and then you buy it back here, and go long here and sell it up here. So however you want to play it, whatever type of strategies you use. Sohu, another triangle, so wait for it to break out above this 55 area with volume, or break down below this 52.50 area with volume. Amazon already had a nice breakout, lots of volume. Now it's sitting here, like I said, like most stocks were the last couple days, but Amazon's looking pretty good for some higher prices. China Automotive Systems, a breakout Thursday, but it's looking very good for higher prices, and it already had its earnings, so probably wait for it to get over Thursday's high of 24.42 before I'd go long. A lot of China stocks have earnings this week, so you might want to make sure you check on earnings if you're going to go long some of these China stocks. This one particularly has already had its earnings, but AIR, another triangle, so lots of volume coming in here, so keep an eye on it to break out or break down. BYE, another one, I would wait for it to take out this high of about 40 before going long, or break down here to go short. SSL, lots of volume here, breakout here, so keep an eye on this one. It's looking pretty good. Marvell Technology had a breakout, lots of volume, and now it's coming down. So as long as it can hold this uptrend line right here, in fact, this is a perfect, you could go long here and of course bail out if it closes down in here below it, say 1950 or so, 1975. But it's it's looking pretty good here. It's not too unusual for something to break out and come all the way back down and test this uptrend line before it turns higher. Rhino. Again, wait for Rhino to break out above this trend line or down below the trend line here. Zeus. Olympic Steel. Nice breakout here. As long as it holds this here, or you can buy it here off this trend line bounce. Of course, it breaks down, you would get out. But as long it probably looks like it might hold here, so keep an eye on this one. PWER, breakout of its triangle with lots of volume Friday, so it's looking pretty good. Kind of a little cheapy there. Caterpillar. Caterpillar's looking pretty good. Had nice breakout here, and then it's kind of just sitting here consolidating. It's not going anywhere, but keep an eye on Caterpillar. Trina Solar, lots of volume here on this day, lots of volume coming in here. Tried to break out, and then I just think the market wasn't strong enough. So keep an eye on Trina Solar over 24.34 with volume. You can go long. EJ. This is kind of a longer term. It actually looks almost like a head with a shoulder building here and a shoulder here kind of. So keep an eye on this little EJ for a breakout or a breakdown, of course, of the uptrend line. Then here's a couple descending triangles that looking kind of bearish. So watch, of course, for a breakdown of this support here before you would go short. TXI, again, I would wait for it. I wouldn't go short here. I'd wait for it to break below. It's got a lot of selling going on right here. I'd wait for it to get down here and break down, if it even does break down at that point. You might want to keep eye on this EDZ, the daily emerging markets bear 3 times, triple leverage. So watch it. Obviously, you could go long here if it takes out this trend line over about 48 something, or short here. Here's a head and shoulders. Oxford. Looks like a head here, a little shoulder here. Lots of volume here, and it's looking good. Anytime it's closing close to its highs like that, it typically is wanting to go higher. AIG. Had a kind of a bull flag, had volume, broke out here, but then it's kind of got stuck in the mud, and I think that's just because of the market. So keep an eye on AIG to go higher. Here's some, mostly have broken out, but now they're consolidating after the breakout. Las Vegas Sands looking good, nice tight consolidation right up here. That's typically bullish. Win looks the same, broke out here, nice tight consolidation. PNC, another breakout, consolidating. ASML, broke out of this triangle. Now it's just kind of hanging around in here, so watch it for breakout higher. Lumber Liquidators, big volume here on this breakout of the downtrend line. Now it's a tight consolidation, again, typically bullish. And here's some other breakout stocks. Lennar, nice breakout, so watch Lennar for higher prices. Joanne Store, consolidated, broke higher, so keep an eye on it. It's had some good volume, broke out after the earnings, so that's usually a good sign. Priceline, looking good, pretty strong. Most of these are up near their highs, so that's typically strong stocks. Apple's looking good. Dana Holding is looking good. It's pretty strong as long as it holds this uptrend line right here. This thing had huge volume breakout on earnings, so keep this Smart Modular on your list. SMOD. CarMax has been strong, so keep an eye on CarMax, KMX. DGI, Digital Globe, huge volume, nice breakout there on Friday. And Bucyrus. Had volume of the breakout, now it just can't seem to go anywhere, so it's kind of a little tight consolidation in itself. So keep Bucyrus on your list. And then here's a few that's possibly near breakouts. This VSEA, if it takes out the high here, I would say about 32 with volume. And MGM, it looks like it's about to break out if it takes out this high here of about 1280, say about 13 with some volume. So here's what we just covered, and that is it. So thanks for watching, and I will be back with you during for the daily market analysis stuff every day this week. Thanks.